Jackson Wheeler especially loved Poetry Month. Here's the book. And I picked a poem that impressed me a lot about when I first heard it, and I must have heard him read it in the early 90s. It was a poem he had written just a few years before, and around that time, they were bringing small replicas of the Vietnam Memorial, touring around to various government centers, and they had one in Ventura. And Jackson made the decision that he was not going to go see that wall. And so he wrote a poem about why he was not going to see that wall. He grew up in a very small mountain town in North Carolina, and when that first person from his town died in Vietnam, it was a huge thing. The whole town knew about it. Oh, Susan's here, yay! Okay, the poem is called On Not Going to the Wall, for Raymond Mashburn. That's okay. His name is on it, the wall, that large, elegant black angle wedged into the heart of Washington. And the replica, the portable altar of guilt they schlep around the country. For the sake of accuracy, it is your name, Raymond. You were not the best of athletes, but that did not keep you out of our backyard shooting baskets all afternoon, then trudging in for supper. You were motherless. I was fatherless. You called my mother Mom, and she smiled. I never dared to call your father Dad, though I would have in a minute. It was you, Raymond, drafted right after high school, who left town on the trailways, came back once in a while in uniform, too serious to shoot baskets. Jesus, that was 21 years ago, when the teacher came into class and announced that the first soldier from our town had given his life in Vietnam. I don't think it was what you had in mind, Raymond. I came home to Mama all wet with grief over you, with your brown eyes, the way you called her Mom. Your father aged overnight into a ghost. This is a private grief. The war that killed you was wrong. The government responsible was wrong. And now, Raymond, they bring their wall around and expect everyone to cry on command. It is worse than bread and circuses, this organized governmental grieving. Why let them nurture my grief into something for their purposes? Raymond, I could go on, but I won't. Jackson Wheeler.